Hello, everybody. This is Sonic Sam. You know me, you love me, probably. And we're here with Professor of Overlord, the mod for the Overlord subreddit. Go ahead and introduce yourself, like always.
This is Braiku from the Overlord subreddit.
He's one of the mods. Don't let his modesty fool you. He's an awful human being. I can guarantee it. And today we're gonna do the thing that nobody wants. Well, I don't want, and that is the ultimate fight: the Shalltear versus alberdo. I want to make this very clear right now, guys. I do not care for either. At all. How about you, Michael? How do you feel about both of them just before we even get into this?
As a waifu, neither of them. I'm not in either, surprisingly.
And that's going to piss a lot of people off. Because these are both the
That
most
definitely will.
liked. These are the most liked characters in the show. Almost on the. Why like almost Ainz more. And that's so close. I think alberdo people like alberdo more than Ainz still. In my opinion. Of course. But
Yeah,
we are.
she definitely has her fans.
Yeah, so we're gonna try to be unbiased as we can here, even though we have no bias to begin with. We want both these ships to crash, right, and Mari to come out instead, right? But yeah, but no worries, guys. Let's discuss this. Well, let's talk about the most practical points, since I think that would be the easiest. Let's talk about the levels. Go ahead, give us a rundown on their levels, their abilities, and basic shit, because you probably know more about it than I do. Even though the anime did a pretty good job on Shalltear, to be honest. But go ahead. Give us some fun facts, sir.
Yeah, they're both level 100, kind of melee-esque. Well, Shalltear's more of a caster, but she fights like a melee person. Um, and even according to Ainz, Shalltear would beat Albedo, so there's that.
And why is that exactly?
She just has so much sustainability with lifesteal. She has mana pool to save on meta magic. She also has her skill that creates a copy of her and
Tell
makes her
people.
pretty nasty to deal with.
Well, a lot of people will probably say, "Hey, well then what? You're saying Albedo can't defend herself? Tell her, give her the rundown of her class and why it just can't stand up to Shelter's PvP build."
Well, Beto's build is a tank, and so she's kind of has to be with a team. So she just absorbs damage. That's what all she does.
And
And
we
she'll never beat Shalltear that way because Shalltear will keep healing. So
and Shelter has more in her inventory going on. And yes, no, we're not gonna include war items in this stupid bullshit because that's just not doing it justice. Albedo was meant to defend, which makes sense. And don't get me wrong, she is one of the more important NPCs in Nazareth because she is the admin, right, of the guild, basically, kind of like the control panel.
yeah, she can access the control panel. But um something Albedo is really good for a team because of she's a tank, but for 1v1, her build just isn't should never be able to do enough damage
Well,
to
let's
Shalltear.
let's talk about Albedo's maker. The maker clearly did not make Albedo probably really to be like much of like a fighter, while like Chino obviously made Shelter with something clearly in mind. Clearly. Something more practical, I would say, since she's a PvP build, after all.
Yeah, Albedo is well, she's in the throne room, and that's where the Supreme Beings are gonna fight their last stand against enemies. So she's just a tank for that. And she's a great tank. She's one of the best tanks because she can tank some of the strongest spells without dying.
Yeah, right.
So, I mean, she has a good build for a team. It's actually really good. It's just for 1v1 PvP, Shalltear wins out because of her lifesteal,
And
and
and just all her things. But like I said, in a 1v1, Shelter clearly has it. But in a team setting, I feel like Shelter falls off
yep.
a lot more.
Yeah, the only exception would be maybe Shalltear's with other undead because they have a lot of ways to heal each other and buff each other. But Albedo is probably better for a team.
Oh yeah, obviously, and if it's the whole Albedo slash Ainz ship so well, So in terms of that, we obviously will say Shelter is clearly stronger because I mean, I feel like there's a reason why they made Shelter the fight for Ainz in season one because it was such a big deal, right? So it makes sense, right? It wasn't Albedo
Hmm.
doing it, even though I'm sure at some point we'll get to the point where Albedo's little hit squad that I believe is happening of trying to hunt other players will come into the fold at some point. Even though I don't think it will cause any actual fighting like the Shalltear thing was. That felt like a one-time situation kind of thing. But yeah,
Yeah.
no, but yeah, no. So practically, yeah, no. Shalltear's just the superior fighter. Let's be honest. Not even close. Not even close. No, even though I do believe it would still take a few floor guardians to take care of her. Clearly, because didn't Dimage say that with multiple of them they would be able to easily defeat Shalltear?
Yeah, they should be able to win with 2 level 100s.
Clearly,
It's just
right?
Shalltear's so good at 1v1 because of her skills. It's
Yeah.
not necessarily that, they couldn't defeat her.
Even though I wouldn't really bring Dimage for that, since I feel like Dimage is kind of one of the weaker floor guardians. But his build's not really meant for fighting. You could tell it's another play build, obviously.
Yeah, he's kind of like a summoner, commander, or something like that.
Yeah, no, very much so, very much so. Okay, so going back to both of them all over again. Let's what else can you say about them really? Because let's be honest, who do you see more personality wise? Do you enjoy more?
Um,
How about we just
not really.
how about we just describe their personalities? Let's start there. We know
Yeah.
Albedo was supposed to be a succubus, right? Very lustful, very whatchamacallit, but she is very popular. She also obviously is very loyal to the guild she's in and so on. But we do know based on the thingy that she was also supposed to be a bitch. We know that for sure. Because
I mean, it's described that um, she looks pretty, but her heart's evil. Where her sister looks ugly, but her heart's pure, or something like that. So they're like opposites. Her and her sister are opposites.
which in reality
So I'm,
it does fit her well because
I'm,
she is supposed to be a succubus, right? So that fits her as well. You know, succubus they lure you in and they fuck you and they kill you. It's simple.
yeah. So she's definitely evil. Although she comes off being very proper on the outside.
If season 4 taught anything, she comes off that way. But see, we gotta be thinking about how evil she was when she came to other humans. She just hated other humans. She was like, "No, don't touch me, nothing." Like disgusting beings. Listen, if that doesn't describe how she would probably treat most people, I don't know what is. Even though we don't know 100% sure how she would be acting exactly, because obviously Ainz did change her settings. So she's obviously obsessed. We don't know if she would be that obsessed. I mean, I'm sure she would have still been very obsessed with the with her supreme beings, obviously, but it's to it like 1,000 level compared to like you know everyone else. Obviously, I think Shalltear's similar, but it doesn't feel the same kind of obsession as Albedo has. But we know it's why because he changed her settings,
Yeah, she definitely has a bigger obsession than most of the NPCs.
which makes sense because the setting changed and such. But you know, she's definitely the what's that one thing the girlfriend that will love you but then kill you trope that's in like all anime.
Um,
Yandere,
Yandere.
Yandere, it very much feels like the situation, you know. Well, Shalltear,
Yeah,
I
she
do.
well, she wouldn't kill Ainz, but
She's definitely
the
gonna kill
obsession level, she's like that, where she like if she cannot have him, she would probably kill
everyone
everybody
around
else so
else
they can't be with him.
and smash things. If she can't hit the person, she will smash things too, which we obviously seen in season 2. Very
Yep.
unhappy, very unhappy. Okay, I feel like we kind of described it pretty well. Let's describe Shalltear. I do think Shalltear is a bit more interesting. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's go. Let's go. Oh no, let's do personality still. Shalltear, she's very simple. She's obviously not as intelligent. Nowhere close to as intelligent as Albedo. Let's just be honest now. Nowhere close, right? We can both agree on that. Like she's just not on that same mind level. But I do in terms of her combat ability and fighting, she knows that really well. But in terms of actual intelligence, I do not believe she's good at that part of it.
Yeah, she starts off very cocky and kind of not sure the word exactly. But yeah, she's arrogant. She's very arrogant and cocky in the beginning, and that does kind of come back a little bit after she's been revived and realized she fought Ainz. And she kind of changes quite a bit there. She becomes more diligent. She takes notes. She asks other NPCs for advice. So she changes quite a bit and throughout the series.
That's a good description because do you feel like you've seen growth with alberdo?
Not really. Yeah, she's kind of the same.
Pretty much, right? Don't well, you see Shalltear grow as a heretic. Maybe alberdo's gonna have a moment. We don't know, but I feel like the Shalltear growth was immediate. It's like the author knew Shalltear was gonna be popular. Oh, he just has a thing for little girls. One or the other, because he is gonna go write a magical girl thingy at some point, so I wouldn't be surprised. But you know, I do agree. The growth for Shalltear was very nice, and I feel like she's being more serious now. But then again, it's hard to know exactly because she's supposed to be this vampire who's been alive for God knows how long and da 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 right situation. Plus, vampires are just cocky. I don't think I know a not a cocky vampire. You know,
They have the increased physical stats compared to humans.
all the mental defenses and everything, and
Yeah.
obviously Shalltear has, I think Shalltear has a reason too, because she knows she's stronger than a lot of the other NPCs. She clearly knows that she could take almost all of them on in a 1v1. I think that probably as well fits into her arrogant personality for her and everything.
Yeah,
But
she's also floor guardian of 3 floors, which is,
yeah,
pretty impressive, I guess.
yeah, very, very impressive indeed. Do I have okay, this is a great picture for this. Let's talk about the thing the boys want to hear. I'm pretty sure the reason why you guys all like these characters. Let's talk about their bodies. Alright? Let's talk about the bodies. We were gonna have to get to this eventually. We know why the people are here, boys. Alright, listen. There's a reason why every picture of these people tend to be mostly naked. Alright? We know. Let's talk about this, alright? I mean, what else do you want me to say? You guys are horny fucks, right? We know that's why you like both these characters, okay? It's fine. I'm not hiding it.
So
Go ahead, go ahead.
Alberto changes a little bit in the light novels. Most of her art shows her as being kind of slim, not petite, but she's like kind of slim, but still has like the curves. Where in the anime they show her kind of being thicker, so it does differ a little bit between anime and light novel. And then her fan art, it's always shows her extremely thick with triple C's.
Yeah, but boy, thick. Yeah, no, you're right. That is very true. Many people don't know this, but in the books, she isn't that busty.
Yeah,
Even though,
um,
even though it's not
it's kind
uncommon
of a
for,
surprise.
yeah, I think. But then again, the art in the book is different, and you're going to get so much from a book compared to like 3D animation, obviously. But it's not uncommon for characters to get nerfed or buff in those assets. Genshin Impact has done it. There's many anime memes where people will see a character that's busty in the manga and then not so busty in the anime at all. So
I
this is not.
always
Go ahead.
I always make fun of Mass for the Dead, the Overlord game, because every
Oh,
time they release a new Lacus or Lacus,
yes,
whatever
yes.
that girl's name is, her chest gets bigger. Like I took like all the versions of her, and every time her chest just keeps getting bigger.
Well,
It's
because
like they know what they're trying to do.
yeah, well, because Lycra is surprisingly also a pretty cool character as well. I think she's very interesting. Plus, you could say, oh yeah, in some outfits she might look less busty, but you could tell when they're dry. I know about that shit because I keep up with the game even though I don't play. I do keep up with stuff about it. So no, I know what you're referring to, very much so. But yeah, no, Alberto is clearly well in doubt. Clearly, she's the well in the anime and the book. She's pretty much like where she should be, but in the anime, she clearly just a little extra. And personally, for me, boys and girls, I like thick, but not too thick, guys. I'm bones, guys. I weigh 105 pounds. Alright, she would probably kill me, literally, with her tits. I mean, I don't mind it, but I do feel like medium is premium. There's a reason why I don't get a extra large Pepsi every time I go to McDonald's, right? Because I just can't. Alright, it's a bit too much for me. Alright, but I definitely like some meat on my bones. I'm the medium is premium boy. Alright. But what are your thoughts about Albedo's body type? You could say your taste here. You're in safe hands here, boy friend.
The light novel. I like the light novel version of her a little bit more because I feel it's
Realistic.
a little more, yeah, a little more realistic and a little more unique. Because anime always has like that busty chick in it. Like they're checking a box. We need a busty girl, and they always give her wider features and bigger chest. But the light novel kind of she does definitely come off thinner, and she does still have a chest, but it's not nothing like the anime.
Yeah, in volume 14, the picture of her in her dress, you could see a lot more of her, and yeah, she does not look anywhere close to as big as she did in the anime, which is wild. I'll probably put that on screen for everybody. In editing, I'll put side by side, but yeah, no, in the I don't get it, she looks big in her dress, clearly, but nothing like the anime. Nothing like the anime, you know? And I'm pretty sure they did that on purpose.
Oh, I'm sure.
And I mean, most guys like bigger the better. I'm sure the ass guys and the tits guys are eating good. But okay, let's switch over to Shalltear. This is a whole different kind of take for most people. And I don't want to be like, oh, you like Shalltear, you're a blah 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 because you like lollies. Listen, guys, Shalltear isn't really a lolly. I think she's more petite. Because I know several girls in the real world that are tiny as fuck that have basically no tits. All right, they're basically like they look like 12-year-olds. All right, I love them to death. They're my friends. I love them to death, but I have no attraction to them whatsoever. They are basically have nothing going on. They're basically petite women. They're called petite women. They're not lollies. They're petite women. However, I do believe Shalltear has a bit more going on than petite. She has to be at least get an A, getting real close to a B cup. Personally, based on my logical research, boys. I do believe she's a little more than flat. All right, we got to give her that much. How about you, my friend? What do you think? What are your thoughts?
The light novels are pretty brutal to Shalltear. They really describe her as looking like a 14-year-old girl. I mean, that's not impossible. I do know someone who still looks 14 despite being 30. And it's kind of weird, but so it's not like it's impossible to be petite like that. It's just that will definitely turn off a lot of people who.
Well, clearly not, because Shalltear is what the second probably the most popular female character. Let's be honest now.
Yeah, I think a lot of people like her more for her personality and her combat and
Yeah,
her outfit. She looks really cool with her armor.
yeah, and I think a lot of people like the gothic maid type, because I think a lot of people have an obsession over vampire. I mean, if you're comparing vampires to succubus, vampires win 180%. Clearly, people have more
Yeah,
obsession with vampires than a succubus.
I never liked the sort of gothic-y vampire, often lolly appearance, but people do love it.
Oh yeah,
There's
clearly,
a
right?
reason why you see it everywhere.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
100%. Especially the Japanese culture, they love that shit. Like, look at this picture. The virgin albedo has no experience in sex. A virgin succubus. Her bust is real, filled with hope and dream, not a pad. She is thirsty. She is thirsty of Papa Bones juice. The chair Shalltear has vampire vibes as a harem. A legal lolly vampire costs expensive than a noble lamp. Make more spat than swordy succubus. I'm sorry, I had to add that in there. It's so good. But I mean, if we had to compare screen time, Shalltear is clearly has been given a bit more love than Alberto has. She's been given growth. She's been given all these things. And yes, the petite body doesn't really do it for me, but she can at least pretend she has boobs for you. All right, that's not bad. That's not bad. If she can put on a push-up bra and be in B cups, then we in, boys. We in still. That's still in the range of goodness for me. All right. I'm sure the boys out there that are bigger guys that like, oh yeah, I like my women to be like a stick when I fuck it. Shalltear's gonna be your mommy, and you're gonna be. Alberto's gonna be your mommy, but you're gonna be Shalltear's daddy. All right. I know the people out there. Hey, I know some guys that prefer smaller girls. All right. I didn't say children. I didn't mean like just they like the women tinier than them. All right. There's this weird anime with there's a giant guy who's like in love with this girl and she's so tiny, but the guy's massive, and I'm like, oh yeah, his dick's gonna kill her.
So I do have a pet peeve to share.
Okay. Oh no, go
I
ahead.
have t- I have two pet peeves about dresses, and they both hit them. So one is the super uber poofy dress that Shalltear has, the ball
The
gown
yeah,
poofiness.
the gothic shit,
I
right?
don't like it.
The frills, the floors.
Yeah, and then the other one is the super tight long dress like
Yeah,
Albedo has.
yeah.
I don't like either of them. And it's kind of funny because they both like those are the only two outfits that I really don't like in all of Overlord.
Me, I know, because even the maids have like little, like they're wearing the same outfit, but they all have a little something that, like the maid, like the level one maid that has like the little glasses. She always has her eyes closed. You know, she's always looks very sophisticated. You know, like even the basic maids have something going on that's more interesting the than these two. I will admit that. I will admit that. However, I think we both can admit that their armor forms do them justice, right? Let's talk about it. Like their armor forms, I
Yeah,
think
they
does
both
them
look.
great, right? In their armor forms, perfect, right?
Yeah, they both look really awesome. The actually realistic-y armor, sort of, and actually Shaltier's armor is pretty cool. It's probably I like it probably a little bit more than Bedo's,
I thought I had a picture
but
of
they
it.
both
Of
look
it.
really neat.
I thought I had a picture of it here, but that's fine. But yeah, no, I like both of them. They're really cool, and it kind of like, and I like how it kind of reflects the way they look. You know, Albedo has that black, you know, and black and then the little white with her, a little bit of white and silver, which is nice because she's, you know, dark, very pale skin, black hair, yellow eyes, and then Shalltear, red eyes, vampire with the very deep red because she's a, you know, a vampire. Like it fits well, and the red goes really well with her wings and stuff as well. Like
Hmm.
they did a good job designing both of them. Armor wise, they look great. Like I really like both of their armors. I really, really do. But my question is, could you fuck a girl that's petite? Is she fuckable to you? Because you say
I
you.
mean, I wouldn't say no to either. So,
Yeah, exactly, guys.
but
Listen,
they wouldn't be.
your first
It
choice.
wouldn't be my. Yeah, at all. They would definitely be
Yeah, right,
behind
guys.
number 10.
If you guys don't know, the person Overlord wants to just fuck a spider. That's basically his fantasy. I'm sorry, not literally, not literally. I mean, that's Etama vibes all over again. She has multiple holes for you, my friend. I'm sure.
I do like Entima's personality, though. I will say that Entima's pretty funny.
Yeah, I do agree. I do. I like her as well. She has a very interesting personality as well, and she also has a very cool, a very unique made outfit as well, which I like. Very unique.
Yeah.
Okay, what else can we really bring about these characters? Is there anything you want to bring out about one of these characters you want to pick? Well, let's just talk about pros. What is just some pros, oh, better that goes on top of your head, on top of you? You're just like, oh yeah, that's nice.
Hmm. I mean, she has wings. I guess that's kind of cool.
Yeah, who doesn't like wings, right? And they're on all the time, which is cool, right?
Yep.
Well, Shalltear, it's
Except
only
when
really.
she,
Oh, go.
well, when she equips her armor, they magically disappear. But
Then they appear when she
in D
uses
and
them.
D, succubus, yeah, in D&D, succubus can hide their wings, so it's not too weird, I guess.
Yeah. Well, Shalltear, it's what only in her armor form. Then she just
Yeah, I'm
floats,
not
basically.
sure.
Then she just floats
I'm
normally
not
with
sure if it's a.
magic.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's like only her armor that has the wings, or if she can create them. It's never really says. I don't believe.
Yeah, and it's awkward for a vampire to also just have wings. Not like vampire. Well, she does have that too. She has fucking vampire wings too, doesn't she? Literally, she has vampire wings and then the Helena rings. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, remember when she yeah, I remember in the first episode. I mean, in the final battle with her in season one, she literally her wings come out. Not the obviously the white wings, but also she uses bat wings too. I'm pretty sure.
Hmm.
I'm 100% sure. I remember she doing
Let me
household
double
and her.
check.
I'm pretty sure when she does the household,
Yeah.
the wings
Yep.
come out. Yeah. So I mean, I guess maybe it depends on what kind of magic she's using. When she's using more her vampire more powers, maybe she uses out the wings. And then when she's doing more her other shit, her well, she's a Valkyrian, right? She's supposed to be a Valkyrian. That's why she's a mage a caster, also with a fighter class, because she's a Valkyrian, which is basically both, or Valkyria, whatever you want to call it. It's basically both. Yep.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to think here. So, Evil Eye hasn't been shown to use wings. I'm. She could have been purposely not using them to hide that she's a vampire, but I feel like we would have probably seen it if vampires have wings. So I
Yeah.
feel like it's probably the armor.
Yeah, I'm assuming as well. Plus, why would if I do that when she can just cast fly, probably like how Shalltear does cast his fly and stuff. So that's why I'm also less like there's no I don't think it's significant to the actual like vampire class in general, honestly. It just feels like it was like flare thingy. For and that could those ones could just be something from her
Mhm.
equipment, right? It could just be like, oh, this equipment also gives you the access to fly, which is not uncommon in D&D
Yep.
to get a piece of equipment that allows you to fly. It's very simple like
Yeah.
that. So okay, so those are both kind of similar, right? Those are pretty similar. Those are both pretty good pretty good pros. I mean, I'm sure we can think of cons all day, but I'm trying to say positive about these characters. I do admit, I do like how Alberto has gotten a few outfit changes. She went from the white dress to the black to the black dress. That's very nice, very cute. I wish Shalltear got a little bit of love there. I mean, except in Master of the Dead. In Master of the Dead, you could see them both in those wedding like outfits, which I'm really surprised in the wedding outfit that they put they put Alberto in a white dress, which I mean, because it's a wedding dress, I get it, but then they put Shalltear in the red dress. So let's talk about that. Clearly, I like the red dress way more on Shalltear, and like how it even has little wings with
Well,
the roses. That's so cute. That's very nice. They did a real good job there. Well, I feel like Alberto's just boring as fuck.
so Shalltear wears a white dress in the anime when she's with um Demiurge
Oh yeah,
when
yeah,
they attack the Riestes capital.
yeah. But it
So I
wasn't
think
like.
that's probably why they went with red.
Oh yeah, probably. Even though I think a lot of people forget about that moment because they're like, "Who the fuck was that?" They're like, "Guys, it's Shalltear, you fucking idiots." You'd be surprised how often I've heard that comment. But no, I think it looks. I think because she's already pale in the red with her eyes and stuff. It just makes it look so good. Well, the with Albedo, yeah, she has black wings and black hair, but the white on white with her skin, it's too much. It's too blinding. Well, the red looks more like
Yeah.
satisfying. So I'll give that to her.
She
Shalltear.
she need to be like she need a darker skin tone to make the white work, I think.
Yeah,
Otherwise it might have been better if she had a black dress,
yeah. I think she would have looked really good.
personally.
I think she would have looked good with a black dress, maybe more like feminine, like what's it called, But Albedo's is more of a wedding dress, while Shelter's looks more like a party dress. You can kind of tell like that. Shelter doesn't look as much as like a wedding dress, but I guess in a wedding dress it doesn't matter. But most wedding dresses are normally white, normally.
Hmm. Yeah, definitely nowadays they are.
Try to think here.
Used to be all sorts of different colors back in the day.
Yeah, right, right.
Actually, it was more common that they weren't white. I think it was Princess Diana who popularized white.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's some historical thing, but there's a reason why we always usually do white normally. Hmm. Is there anything else you want to really say here? Because I mean, I think we covered most simple things here. I mean, we could go on about, okay, okay. Listen, let's do the thing that I'm
Oh,
sure many people are
one
here.
more thing.
Oh, go ahead.
Hairstyles.
Oh, okay, okay. Because actually, people are gonna hate me for this one too a little bit. Because what are we talking about? Are we counting them both in regular? Well, Albedo's hair doesn't really change that much, but Sheltear's changes a few times, kind of. So let's just but go ahead. You bring it up, so go ahead. You brought it up. Get in there, boy.
Well, she has the long hair. Albedo has the long, sort of straightish hair. She does have sort of some waviness to it when it's drawn, but Shalltear has the ponytail with little side bang things and the sweat bangs.
Right, right.
Neither of them are really my deal, so
Well, don't forget, Sheltear is also has the long blonde hair when she's in the white outfit in season 2, and she has her hair down more when she's in her Valkyrie form. I don't have a good picture of the Valkyrie form here,
um
but her hair's like more down.
and her transformation, which is another topic we should probably talk about.
Oh, good. You want to do that? You probably know more about that shit than I do, really. Honestly.
I mean, she's called a lamprey for a reason, if you've seen her transformation. So she must have a lot of sucking power
Jesus
for the
fuck.
boys.
Oh, I like how I'm getting so desperate to talk about these two in some way. We're like, alright, guys, she sucks real fucking good. Well, here's a positive. Albedo has no sexual experience whatsoever, except probably
Yep, very true.
except with her hand, probably. I mean, obviously, there's no way that isn't the case. Well, Shalltear is basically bisexual. Well, I'm sure Alberto could be bisexual if I wanted him to be, but Shalltear is just straight up bisexual default. She like girls. Well, she prefers girls. She says, or more that she doesn't. It's not that she doesn't prefer men. She just prefers them dead. you know,
Yeah,
she
she
pre-
likes undead.
Yeah. So it's not that she hates guys or girls. Well, she hates anything that isn't really living. She prefers fucking undead things. So she likes that necrophilia. You know what I'm saying? She likes the body cold. You know what I'm saying?
So yeah, she plays around with her vampire brides, so that could be a plus, I guess.
And which
If you think
obviously,
about it.
which obviously we can kind of talk about that too. Clearly, Shalltear would be more the dominant sexual person. Clearly, well, I feel like Albedo, since she has less sexual experience, you could probably kind of dominate her a little bit. And does that need that do
Yeah.
that for you? Are you a I in charge or you're in charge kind of guy?
Neither.
You
Just mix it up, man.
you go
Mix
back
it
and
up.
forth. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. I do the same thing. I like a little bit of both. It just depends on what mood I'm in. It depends if I want Coke or Pepsi that day. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, no, I agree. I do feel like Shalltear can. Well, then again, I feel like Shalltear could also very much go both ways as well. But no, I do feel like Shalltear does have way more sexual experience. I mean, it makes sense, right? And clearly she can change her proportions a little bit. So I'm just saying, isn't like Albedo can change her proportions? Well, Shalltear can change her proportions. I'm just saying. Maybe you want Shalltear to have a little bit bigger booty that day. I'm just saying. I don't know if she'll be able to keep that up when you're in the action, but you're not gonna know till you do. Till you do, right? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm
Well, you
thinking that.
probably want solution if that's what you are
Yeah, yeah,
into.
yeah. No, obviously. I'm not exactly what I'm into. I'm just trying to think of positive and negatives here. Albedo, yeah, she's really thick. She's really there. So that's not there. I go both ways in terms of that. And the body types don't really bug me because Shelter can just change it. But I do like a more experienced woman personally. But okay, let's get to the thing that you probably know a bit more about, and let's talk about the porn. Boys and girls, if you're here, you'll probably at some point looked at porn of either one of these. And if you're looking at this picture right now, you're basically just seeing some porn, basically. This is basically just porn here, basically. You're basically looking at soft corn porn right here of them in their outfits, alright? You're basically there, boys, alright? Don't sit there and try to pretend you haven't fucking, you know. Anyways, you probably know a bit more about this than I do because you're on the Reddit a bit more, and you do some commission work of different kinds. So I'll let you take this
Yeah.
one first.
So there is more stuff of albedo. However, I do quite a bit of commission, editing, coloring. There's more Shalltear commissions than albedo. I've only received two from albedo, but I received probably like 2 dozen from of Shalltears over the years.
And why do you think that is?
Because they're crazy, dude. Shalltear fans are wild.
I believe that
They're
is the
into
case.
some weird stuff.
I believe that is the case, but I do believe that the play commissioning more for Shalltear because because there's already enough Albedo stuff out there, and I think that is the case. I see mostly Albedo stuff 120% more than Shalltear, but maybe that's
Yeah,
why
it's so
people.
bad. The
No, go ahead.
Overlord not safe for work subreddit is
Just
complains
Albedo,
about it every time. Yeah, because it's like 40 out of 39 posts are albedo.
which
It's
is
just rough.
it's just an Albedo main subreddit. Again, no, because I think there's an Albedo subreddit too, but it doesn't get as much people as the not safe for work thing, which is just Albedo anyways. So that makes sense, right? That makes sense. That makes sense. Even though I will say the Albedo point is pretty good. The Jujitsu shit is pretty good. Unless you read that Jujitsu where it's like Ainz fucks both of them and then the guys get undressed. And I'm like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. Have you seen that one? Where it's literally it's a Jujitsu and literally he fucks both of them, but then all the guys start undressing and I'm like, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
I don't know. I don't think I've seen that one.
Yeah, that shit's pretty wild. I seen a meme of that
I
one,
don't
and that's
remember.
it's an older one. I remember seeing a meme about it, and I was like, the guys don't actually do anything. They get to the point where they take off their clothes, and then I was just like, huh? Situation, then it ends. But I'm just like, oh my god! Even in the porn, you get a good laugh off the Overlord fan base, and that's what I think the Overlord fan base really is. They are a great comedic fan base. They understand the humor of the thing. But yeah, no. Well, the Shalltear I feel is a bit lacking, you know. And every time I do see porn of her, it's mostly her just butt naked, flat as a board, which is unfortunate. I'm like, where's the transformation one? Make her tits a little bigger, and then fuck her, right? Have some class. Right? That's like one of the biggest things in the first season is like, oh, you're just a washboard, Mrs. Pads. Come on, guys. I can't be the only one here. Alright? Even though I will give her, every time I do see a Shalltear picture, she does look always very unique. Every time I see an alberdo picture, I already kind of know what to expect. Well, every time I see an alberdo picture, every time I see a Shalltear picture, it's kind of like a coin flip what I'm going to get. So I will give it that much. I will.
Yeah, in terms of the hentai, albedo's often made thicker, which definitely pushes her outside of my range. Typically,
yeah. Well,
Shalltear is kind of random.
Never...
Sometimes she's thicker, sometimes she's even skinnier. So
sometimes she's basically bones.
Never really know.
She's basically just dead. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yep.
Even though I have seen a few with her and her little vampire maids, because I mean, vampires fucking vampires. That's nothing new. You can just put vampires fucking vampires and you get tons of that shit. Alright? The girl fan base goes hard for vampires on vampires, alright? Especially the boys ones, alright? So yeah, no, definitely. Alright, boys.
I would say
go ahead.
that Shalltear gets into some heresy.
Oh,
there's a small subsection that people like brain X Shalltear.
Which I get it. I get it. It's definitely not. I wouldn't say that's my thing at all, but I understand why. I understand. Even though they didn't have that much of an interaction, I think I would see more. Brain and fucking cockaitis, if anything.
Well, a lot of it comes from the web novel where Shalltear turns Brain into a vampire.
Oh.
And he's like her bodyguard.
You know what? I think I remember hearing about that, but I think I'm pretty sure as soon as you said it, I instantly remember. But man, I think I instantly put that in back in my head because I was like, fucking trash. Trash.
So you have like some Shalltear fans who are pro Brain X Shalltear, and then the other 90% are like, that is heresy and it should be deleted from the internet.
Yeah, if anything, this is a great picture talking about that. This is alberdo. This is what you're getting. Basically, this is what you're getting. Alright? Well, Shalltear, you're getting a little bit of this, but you're getting a little bit of this. You know what I'm saying? So it's not too bad. Alright? It's not too bad. You know? Even though you can easily make alberdo to a goth mummy if you want to. Like, it's not that difficult, boys. I mean, come on. Alright? Alright, we've been on this for 30 minutes. I think it's time for us to finally give us some closing statements here. Alright, we gotta pick something here. We gotta at least do this much, alright? And then we'll pick a final winner at the end, okay? Alright, I'm gonna count down. And then we're just both gonna say a name, okay? No turning back, though. No cheating, alright? Give it a type in the chat.
I already know what you're gonna say.
No.
I already know what you're gonna say.
No, shut up. No, you're not. I'm gonna type. I already typed in chat. I'm gonna press enter. So when I say go, it's gonna come in chat.
Wait.
Okay.
Let me type it out so you know.
Oh my, no. Okay, go ahead and. Oh, you could no. Why don't you wait? Why don't you wait to see what I'm gonna say and then tell me what you thought I was gonna say and see if it is? Because I already wrote the first letter. Just write the first letter and then we'll click enter and then we'll say what it is. Because we can both confirm our answers.
Okay. Well, should I? So, do you want me to type what you're gonna type?
No. We'll talk about what we thought. Because okay. Put the first letter, and that would be the one you choose, and then put the second letter as the one you think your friend would choose.
Okay.
Okay. You ready?
Right. Yep.
1, 2, 3. Fuck you. Okay. So here, I'll let you... I'm gonna say his because I can confirm it. I said his choice would be Shalltear. Well, my choice is Shalltear, and I said his choice would be Shalltear. Can you confirm that's what I typed?
Yep, you said SS. So Shalltear is what you're voted for, and you think I would vote for Shalltear.
Okay, go ahead and say mine for me. Go ahead.
I said I voted for Shalltear, but I think you're gonna vote for Yuri anyway.
And you know what? I was going to.
SY.
I was going to put SSY, but I was trying to be a professional. But you know what? You're probably right. Fuck both of these girls. I'd rather fuck victim. I rather fuck the digesting feet. I rather fuck the marriage. Alright, guys, listen. If we're going through this meme, mister, I'd rather fuck the marriage and his big ol' asshole than either one of these. Alright?
Yep,
I
I'd rather waifu Remedios than anyone.
I knew
Now
you
that
were gonna...
everyone hates us.
Okay. But anyways, now let's talk more seriously. We both picked Shalltear. I'm surprised. I was trying to think, I was like, okay. I was considering alberdo, but you really seem like, since you spend more time drawing and dealing with Shalltear, it probably rubbed off on you. And since there's so much alberdo and you haven't just been like throwing up on her tits basically to me on this thing, I was like, it's probably not alberdo. So I used my multiple choice answer, my investigation deals. But go ahead, give us your reasons why you picked Shalltear.
Okay, so for starters, Shalltear has the Vampire Brides, so it's kind of 3 for 1 if you think about it.
That is very true.
Um, and then the other reason is we actually see development of her character. She starts off arrogant and cocky, and then she kind of becomes fairly diligent and informative. So I think that personality change
It's nice. So what was the
is nice.
what was the biggest turn off for alberdo for you? Where you were like, this needs to be better. It's too much. This say the thing that could be better, and then say the thing that would just killed it for you.
Visually, neither of them. If I rated them 1 to 10, 10 being good, they're both below 5 for me, easy. So I didn't really take the visual aspects too much into account.
I see. Was there so you think her alberdo's body's just too thick for you? She's just too thick, mommy for you.
I won't say that. Like the anime or the light novel art, I think she looks fine. It's just it's not exactly my type, I guess.
Okay.
I don't like the long hair.
Okay. Well, I also did end up picking Shalltear myself, and I have reasons for that. When I think, listen, I'm like 5'2", guys. I'm a little rabbit, all right. If I want Dami to fuck my brains out, I don't mind that. Actually, that's actually was a big positive. There was a lot more for me going on for alberdo than it was for Shalltear. However, the huge amount of alberdo bullshit out there, the Sims for alberdo, and then the no progression of her character, the same looks all the time. The only time I think I care about alberdo the most was when she's in another outfit. But guess what? We had so many more outfits for Shalltear that I'm like, look, every one of these pictures I showed you of Shalltear, she's either in a different outfit. Look, she's even like in the succubus like Dami thing. This is like a 5th different outfit. Well, alberdo was basically in the same 2 outfits the entire 3 pictures, basically, what we've seen. I'm just like, clearly alberdo has a thing she's going for, and I'm like, okay. I don't really like the lolly petite thingy, but Shalltear to me just has more personality. It just has more personality, and there's just not tons of it throwing in my face. I feel like the alberdo community is like alberdo's tits. They're too big and they're too much in my fucking face. I can't breathe. I can't think. Well, Shalltear is just big enough, and then when I need her to get bigger, she gets bigger, okay? And even look at this picture of her. I think her chest here is pretty much about the size. I think she's like close to her B cup officially. And I think on the thing, she's close to her B cup too on the Wikipedia, based on the number. I think it is close. But she is flat as fuck. But that's fine, guys. At least you have a pretty goth girl, and at least she's not gonna kill everybody you fucking love that touches you, okay? Like alberdo was. In reality, I was kind of putting it in real life situations. And I was like, I'd rather deal with Shalltear in real life than alberdo. Alberdo will die one day and get old and lose all her looks. Well, Shalltear will be vampire mommy forever, and then she'll make you immortal after.
Alberto won't age. She's an imp, so she'll stay like that forever.
Really? Oh, really? Okay. Well, still, I don't give a fuck. Alberdo can't make you stay alive forever if you want it. Well, Shalltear can.
The wings, something I didn't think about. I gave the wings a pro for alberdo, but actually they might get in the way. If you think about it.
Yeah, you're not even wrong. And if anything, I feel like it gives her too much attention. Alberto's gonna definitely get too many eyes on her. Well, Shalltear could very easily, I feel, like, exist in our world. I mean, there's a reason why vampires are such a big media thing. They can easily just be around. Yeah, if she doesn't look too fancy, she'd be fine. But alberto, Listen, people, she's gonna get eyes no matter what because her wings and her fucking massive milk titties. All right, I'm not saying I don't like thick guys. I like medium is premium. All right, I'm telling you guys, I wanted to give this to the Shalltear girl. Alright, my fucking AI chat has plenty of thick women that want to dominate me, and I'm okay with that. However, it's too much for me. She's too much. Her personality is too much. It's too much. Well, Shalltear is just right. She can go both ways. Alright? But let's be honest, guys. Both of these girls have nothing to Yuri. Right? Yuri is the perfect woman. Alright? She's proper. She's smart. She's funny. She's medium everywhere, by the way. She got them breeding thighs. Hell yeah, boys. Hell yeah, brother. She got those breeding thighs. She'll probably be a great mother if she could have babies. But hey, whatever, you know. She'll be your cum dumpster if you need her to be. Like, Yuri is everything I want in a woman. People think, oh, you're this loud, da-da-da guy. You probably want this da-da-da woman. No, I want my woman to be as basic bitch as possible. When I eat ice cream, you know what I'm eating? I'm eating fucking vanilla. I'm eating vanilla fucking ice cream with nothing on it. I want nothing on it. I want vanilla fucking ice cream. I'm like, when I eat my fucking chicken tenders, my dino nuggets, you think I'm eating ketchup or hot sauce? No, I'm eating them plain. All right? I like my bitch simple. I like my bitch simple with her glasses and her hair up or hair down. Alberdo's hair actually does a lot for me. Basic, short, down. I don't mind that. Long and short and straight. I don't mind that. It's very simple. However, it's just... everything else is just too much for me, alright? Well, Yuri, once again, I will say this once again, she is the perfect woman, alright? Yuri beats both of these in every aspect, in every way.
I will say that I do like the simpler outfits. So I feel like Albedo and Shalltear's outfits are very gaudy and like kind of out there-ish, where actually Yuri's outfit feels more realistic. Simpler. I do like the simpler outfits in Overlord.
Yeah, and honestly,
even like Endry's outfit, I think looks nice.
And I'm telling you that I've never seen a Yuri cosplayer in person, and I go to a lot of cons. But the day I do, holy shit, I'm gonna try to be her best friend. You have no idea. I'm gonna get her number. I'm gonna talk to her constantly. I'm gonna be the biggest fucking freak ever. I already know in my heart. I'm like, I never see an anime character ever that I get really what's caught about. I even see my own character that I love, but my Lancelot and everything, and I don't give a fuck. But the day I see a Yuri cosplayer, a good Yuri cosplayer, finally in person, I am gonna be so fucking ecstatic. I'm gonna be full chub and half chub at the same fucking time. I'm sorry. I'm gonna love that person because I'm gonna know they have really good fucking taste, and it blows my mind because she's such a simple fucking character to do. She really is. What's gonna be hard to dress up with her as? She wears an array outfit, okay? She puts her hair up and wears glasses. The hardest thing will be her gauntlets, and it's not even that difficult. It's so simple. It's so simple.
So the final conclusion is Yuri is best. Shalltear still beats Albedo.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. All right. Hell, I'm pretty sure that slime assassin girl beats all of them in general, and I'm sure I think Gamma has a fighting chance against both these girls anyways. And I bet you out of nowhere Emma's gonna come up and be like, well, what about Gamma? Gamma's pretty good. She has little bunny ears. I could fuck my rabbit girl. And I'm like, you know what? You guys are onto something. I think almost most of the best female characters in the show are the battle maids. Alright? Fuck both these girls. Just make a harem with the maids. The battle maids, alright? They're way better. Hell, make it with all the maids. And you have a piece of everything. I bet you there's a perfect maid for each one of us. Alright? I'm just saying. It probably exists. There's like hundreds of maids? I'm pretty sure at least some of those tick those boxes. I think we're good there.
Yeah, I do like the battle maids. They all have very unique personalities, outfits despite being maids, unique abilities. They're all really cool.
Yeah, and they all have different looks, and they're all very cute, and all have little like things, and they're all great different proportions. And then for the freaks out there, there's the spider bitch. So it's good. It's good. It's good. We have something for everybody here, alright? And after season 4 with that maid climbing the walls and doing all that crazy shit, I'm like, come on. How can you not think the maids are the best girl? All the maids are one being and they are best girl. Alright, that's the real answer, boys. When in doubt, when everyone on stage who's competing for the beauty contest is there and you don't like any of them, just walk away. Just walk away and choose the people in the crowd because they're probably better. Alright, boys, well, I think that's gonna do it. I don't want to piss anyone else off. I am so excited to see this. Comment who you think is the best girl between either one of these and who is your actual best girl. I want to see comments, boys. Tell me why you don't like Shalltear, or why you don't like alberdo, and then tell us your actual real waifu. And if it's one of them, tell us why it's one of them. I'm super curious. I'm not trying to be a hater. I am genuinely curious. Everyone has different strokes for different folks, and I respect that. All right. I'm gonna fuck my Yuri love pillow as much as I need. All right, and I expect none of you to judge me. All right.
You know, if you guys happen to love cocytus, put it down in the comments.
Oh yeah,
We
you know
don't
what?
judge.
Yeah, you know what? Literally, I don't judge. Right? Even Demirge, I've seen quite a bit of Demirge love recently, actually, and not as much. I think a lot of girl people like Demirge more than we think. You know, he's dark skinned, kind of manly, kind of has the dark atmosphere. I respect it, guys. I respect it. All right. Once again, everyone, thank you for being here. Professor Overlord, thank you for always joining me here, man. You're a lovely individual, very much, man. You've always been a very helpful resource, and I appreciate you very much, my brother.
No problem.
I hope one day I can meet you in person, and we could do one of these videos on the same camera. That'd be great. So we can just do the
We are
dumbest video.
close, so
That's true. I
maybe someday.
That'd be really fun, man. I definitely would love to have you here so you could just we could just go hard on one of these videos on something really stupid. That would be the full waifu tills list, where we're just gonna be like, hey, this is every going Overlord, guys. Let's do it. Let's just hit it. Man, that's gonna be one fucky of a video, right? And then we'll do a husband till
We should do the yeah, I was gonna say Husbando tier list or a New Worlder tier list.
Oh, you know what? For real, because there's actually I think there's a lot of good side characters in the show. Really good. Like, you know what?
Overlord does great with that.
Lackeris, you know, she's looking like my type. You know what I'm saying? All right, I have a cursed sword she can use. All right. But yeah, no, we definitely gonna have to do that. We'll have to do more videos. But the last Overlord video did really well. I'm hoping to get a bit more Overlord love in there, because I'm telling you guys, when the movie gets out on Crunchyroll, I'm gonna hit that so hard. I'm gonna make so many videos about it, just breaking that shit down like a psychopath. And I'm sure it's gonna be everywhere. I'm sure it's gonna be everywhere on YouTube. I'm really sure. But once again, guys, thank you for being here. Thank the man, the legend. Go check out his Discord. Check out his Reddit. He's on the Overlord Reddit. He's one of the mods. He's very active there. I'm sure he'd say hi. He'll probably say hi when I repost this video on the Reddit after it gets 20 dislikes, because posting YouTube videos on Reddit makes no one happy. Nobody. I'm sure that's gonna be very fun until he says something, and then everyone's like, "Oh, okay, cool," you know. But that's good, man. Thank you for being here, man. You know, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, everyone. All that good stuff you usually do. And remember, guys, there's only one waifu, and it's Yuri. I'll see you next time.